students, faculty, staff, distinguished platform party, Chancellor Perman, Governor Moore. Hank and I have been asked to come and introduce Valerie to you all. This is a significant and pioneering day for UMBC, for Valerie, as you heard, my former student, my first PhD student. If I don't say first, I get corrected. Valerie, Bud, we call each other Bud. I'm very proud and grateful to you. Proud because of all of your accomplishments. We've heard them all. You've read her bio sketch, you've read her CV. Her passion for students, her prowess in a lab, her success as a polymer chemist, her teaching excellence, her mentorship of others, including me. Her ability to herd cats and lead academic departments. That's a service to one's colleagues. Her ability to be dean of departments and students, an often thankless job. And her last feat, I need to correct the record. Governor, you said she was from Duke. Valerie spent time at Duke. Valerie is a Tar Heel. And her most significant feat was pretending to root for Duke basketball. All kidding aside, who is Valerie Ashby? Let me start with a few facts to frame some of who she is. Valerie is the daughter of James Nathaniel Sheares Sr. Mr. Sheares was a pastor and presiding elder in the 2nd Episcopal District of the African Methodist Episcopal Church. Mr. Sheares was also a chemistry and mathematics teacher at Allen University, at South Carolina State University. He was also a chemistry and math teacher for their local high school and a math teacher and local education outreach program. He gave back to others with his love of education. Mr. Sheares grew up in Charleston, South Carolina. Valerie is the daughter of Shirley and James Sheares. I've had a chance to meet Mrs. Sheares many times. She was a force. She would have said you wasted too much time in hiring Valerie and too much money. She was also a high school teacher of English language and literature. She was director of adult education at Johnson County Community College. She also grew up in South Carolina. She also shared her love for education with others. She was a talented and gifted teacher. The apple does not fall far from the tree. Both of Mrs. Sheares' great-grandparents were sharecroppers. History is not so long ago. What was Valerie like growing up? For that, I got some help from Valerie's sister, Beverly, Dr. Beverly Sheares, who is professor of pediatrics at Yale University School of Medicine, another extremely accomplished Sheares. According to Beverly, Valerie was self-driven, someone who worked hard to carve her own path. I knew that trait already about Valerie. Beverly says Valerie had lots of friends and has the longest of lasting friendships. Valerie is indeed a loyal friend. Beverly says that what drives Valerie is her desire for everyone around her to have the best life they can have. Beverly went on to say that because of the blessings of their parents bestowed upon them, blessings not of material things, but blessings in terms of creating a calm and safe home for them, for growth and exploration, and an ability to laugh at themselves, to have social connections, and to have well-being. Because of this, Valerie is driven to do the same for every person she meets. I knew this about Valerie too, but it's cool to see where her love for others emanated from. But who is Valerie Sheares Ashby from my perspective? This is a little hard to contextualize because we've been friends for such a good time. First of all, Valerie received her PhD from me and from the University of North Carolina in 3.5 years. Of the 80 students at Carolina and NC State and now at Stanford University, I don't think that record will be broken. That's remarkable, and that puts her in rare air. After Valerie received her PhD with me at UNC, she secured a NATO postdoctoral fellowship with the eminent professor Raimund Stadler in Mainz, Germany. Raimund was the most pioneering polymer scientist at the time, and he shared his craft with Valerie, and Valerie honed that craft. She started interviewing for faculty positions after that time in Germany, and she got amazing job offers from MIT, Georgia Tech, NC State. Came in my office, talked to me about the plan. She was going to go to Iowa State. And I looked at her. I had to check where Iowa was. I'm a Philly guy. And she told me that she chose Iowa State because the faculty there reminded her of Chapel Hill. A very mature answer to a very immature questioner. We learn a lot from our students, and Valerie taught me a lot about the important lessons of values and impact. She chose the characteristics of Carolina at Iowa State because she wanted to be part of that. I think Valerie sees the same opportunity here too now at UMBC, a place where she and students and faculty alike can thrive in a safe and nurturing environment of inquiry, debate, and learning. After rising through the ranks at Iowa State, receiving tenure there, my colleague Ed Samolsky, who's in the audience, approached me and said, "Is it okay for us to recruit Valerie back to Chapel Hill?" I said, "Of course." And then she came and her students started calling me Gramps. And then she became my boss. Be kind to your students. And then she was stolen from Carolina to be dean at the very prestigious Duke University, where she lived. She was beloved by students, faculty, colleagues, and other academic leaders there. So she's played every academic role. She's prepared. She's overly prepared, like she always is. I think one of Valerie's greatest attributes is that people can see themselves in Valerie's shoes. And she does this simply because she makes whatever she does look so comfortable and easy, because it seems that way, but she is that way because of her grit and tenacity at always being prepared. Valerie is a role model for those that don't see it in themselves, that they too can achieve greatness. And achieving greatness, they will, and you will. So when you take a step back, UMBC is getting not only a talented academic scholar and administrator, but you are getting a true leader, a leader of people, one who will inspire excellence and greatness in all that come in contact with her. For me, Valerie brings together the very best of a team player. She's a spectacular combination of humble, hungry, and smart. And in my book, these are the essential traits of servant leadership that she exemplifies. My last point, and maybe some advice to you all, I once quipped Valerie that there was some exciting things going on at Carolina in a particular program that our Chancellor Holden Thorpe was implementing. And I said to Valerie, just like it says in the Bible, a rising tide raises all boats. And she looked at me and quickly said, "That's not in the Bible, Joe." She said, "That was John F. Kennedy." I said, "Valerie, I'm Catholic, same thing." So advice to you all, be better prepared than I often am, because Valerie is going to expect it. Valerie, I'm absolutely thrilled for you and the UMBC. You're going to do a great job here, and keep going.